and this is a competitive miniatures game where players are competing to gain the most victory points by defeating different monsters, recovering gems, completing objectives, and defeating their opponent players. At the start of the game, players are going to be choosing 3 different heroes that each come with their own miniature and deck, and you're going to be shuffling those decks together to create your draw deck. And at the start of the game, the board's going to be set up with different gem and resource tokens, monster tokens, as well as the player's miniatures and statues that can be built up throughout the game in order to gain some additional bonuses. And of course, players will be able to pick up these different tokens and fight the different monsters, but each round there's going to be cards drawn that can put new tokens and monsters out on the board, or the cards can even have special effects for that round or even special actions that will be available to the players. But a really interesting aspect of this game is the way that the actions work, because in order for players to perform the different actions, they're going to be spending the action cubes, and these cubes come in a variety of different colors, and each color is going to give you access to a certain subset of actions to choose from. So when you're playing these cards, you'll want to think about which cubes you need right now and which that you might hope to have in the future. And of course, these different actions will allow you to move around on the board, attack different creatures or opponent players, or even build up your statue. But a really interesting aspect of attacking the other players is that every time you inflict damage on an opponent player, you're actually going to be stealing some of their cards. Stealing these cards and filling in the different areas of your board with them will gain you victory points. But when you're moving around the board and looking for your next battle, you might come across different gems that you can pick up, and each time you do that, you're going to be adding a cube to your tracker here on the left side of your board, and every time you fill that track all the way up, it's going to earn you a full crystal, which will also earn you victory points. And the player with the most victory points at the end of the game wins the game, and if you're interested to know more about this one, I have links in the description below.